And a very good afternoon, and welcome back to the ECC Network, or welcome if you're tuning in for the first time. Mike McGinnis on the call, and it's about close to game time here for Game 2, 2025 ECC Men's Championship Tournament Lacrosse here on the ECC Networks, and two old rivals going at it here. The Roberts Wesleyan University Redhawks come in to take on the Mercy University Mavericks. Mike McGinnis on the call. Thanks for joining us. Roberts Wesleyan comes in at 6-7 overall, 3-3 in the ECC Conference. Last time out, the Redhawks lost at Frostburg State, 13-7. Luke Roach, 3 goals, 1 assist. Redhawks just 6 of 23 on faceoffs. Redhawks 4-3 on the road this year. They lost at Mercy on March 29th, 16-9. Justin Skelly had 4 goals. Jimmy Osorio, 6 goals, 1 assist for Mercy. Redhawks, 66.4% on draws. Isaac Marrero, keep an eye on him. He's 67.8% on faceoffs. Keep an eye on Chase Wilson. He had 29 goals for the Redhawks this season. As for the Mavericks, they come in at 9-3, 6-0 overall in the ECC. They captured the regular season title in a wild finish against Malloy for the ages, 13-12 in overtime. Cameron Dorfman, game-winning goal and 18 saves. He fired it from about 270-plus feet out. Ryan Smith, 3 goals, 2 assists on senior day. Mercy comes in ranked 14th nationally. What a year for Jimmy Osorio, 45 goals, 57 points. Keep an eye on Owen Stevenson, the anchor of this defense, 50 ground balls and 26 caused turnovers. Jake Norton, quite the defensive anchor as well. He has 31 ground balls. So we are going to go down to the field for the singing of the national anthem, the introduction, and the starting lineups here. Cameron Dortman patrols the nets for the Mavericks. And for the Redhawks, it's Garrett Kaiser. So we're going to go down to the field now. And Mr. Kyle Goodhart will give us all the introductions, the starting lineups, and the national anthem here on the ECC Network. As both teams taking in last-minute instructions. Roberts Wesleyan will be in their black uniforms with cardinal red numbers, very big numbers. And the Mavericks in their home whites with the navy and gray on the numbers. And should have a big crowd on hand here. Absolutely gorgeous weather. Low 70s and breezy. Not a cloud. Well, sort of little clouds in the sky, but mostly very, very clear. And this should be a good one between two very big rivals here in the ECC. They have fought for titles before in championship games. So let's go down to the field now for the introduction, the singing of the national anthem, and the starting lineups here on the ECC Network. Take it away, Kyle Goodhart.
What is our team doing? Because are they going to line up for the national anthem? They probably think it's at 0. Well, for today's East Coast Conference Men's Lacrosse Championship semifinal contest, featuring the 4th seeded Red Hawks of Roberts Wesleyan University and the top seeded Mavericks of Mercy University. Fans, at this time, we ask everybody to please rise if able and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the Red Hawks. At attack, number 2, Chase Wilson. At midfield, number 4, Sam Keynes. At midfield, number 6, Isaac Marrero. At midfield, number 12, Jacob Zimmerman. At attack, number 14, Ryan Brown. At defense, number 15, Connor Pierce. At defense, number 24, Brady Kustra. At attack, number 29, Tyler Clark. At defense, number 44, Liam Linden. At goalkeeper, number 11, Garrett Kaiser. Assistant coaches for the Red Hawks are Rocky Delfino Jr. and Tom McMillan in his 14th season, leading Roberts Wesleyan as head coach Rocky Delfino. And now the starting lineup for the Mavericks. At attack, number 7, Jimmy Osorio. At defense, number 9, Owen Stevenson. At defense, number 10, Michael Corbo. At defense, number 11, Danny Fitzgerald. At short 16 midi, number 14, Jake Norton. At attack, number 18, Aiden Babnick. At midfield, number 25, Kenneth Summit. At midfield, number 40, Nicholas Filocamo. At attack, number 42, Cole Hansberger. At goalkeeper, number 13, Cameron Dorfman. Assistant coaches for the Mavericks are Eric Badger, Brody Cascanet, Tommy Yamano, and Andrew Calabria. In his 3rd season leading Mercy is head coach Ryan McSpadden.
And welcome back here to...
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that the NCAA East Coast Conference, Roberts Wesleyan University, and Mercy University promote a positive game environment and good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting our participants and officials in a positive manner. We do not condone racist, sexist, homophobic, or discriminatory comments, profanities, or intimidating action on the basis of one's appearance, identity, or perceived identity, or for any other reason directed at officials, spectators, student athletes, coaches, and team representatives. Any of these actions will not be tolerated or grounds for local decided competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and used tobacco products are especially prohibited. Be loud, be proud, be positive.
And welcome back here to Mercy Field. Thank you very much to Mr. Kyle Goodhart on public address. Mike McGinnis on the call. Round 1 of the 2025 ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament about to commence here. between the Roberts Wesleyan University Redhawks and the Mercy University Mavericks. Teams long familiar with each other. They have battled for championships before. It's time they'll meet in the first round as both sides get lined up here, as they are about to do battle. On the women's side, if you missed it earlier, they took care of business. A convincing 21-2 win over Damon. Championship game set here for Saturday. Time to be determined. Mercy comes in as the 1 seed here in this tournament. On the men's side, so Isaac Marrero talked about his gaudy numbers on the draw control, and he will go up here against Kenneth Summit. And away we go. And the Mavericks, Kenneth Summit will take over and give it to the game-winning goal scorer of the last game, Cameron Dorfman. Yes, that is the goalkeeper. And the pass is corralled in there by Jake Norton. And to work go the Mavericks. Here's Christopher Bergerson. Cuts in on the right side now. Looks around. Circles up top there to Duchnowski. Looks around on the other side to Smith. Smith on the far left perimeter. Gives it back over the top there to Duchnowski. Duchnowski trying to find some room on the inside. Works it back behind the net. And they gave it over to Babnick. Now back to Smith. Smith had a big senior day here with 5 points. Here's Babnick now. Circles around left side. Takes a shot. He scores. Oh, the no-looker backhander and rifles it over the left shoulder of Kaiser. Pretty goal there on the wraparound. And the Mavericks take an early 1-0 lead. You'll see it on the replay here. Boy, that is some kind of work. Look at this. No-looker on the backhand. Babnick connects. And just like that, 55 seconds in, we have our first goal, and it belongs to the Mavericks. So Summit and Marrero on the draw. Possession on the false start will go to the Redhawks. So Zimmerman with it now. Being watched by Stevenson. He's going to come in, takes a shot short hopper. I don't know if Dorfman got a piece of that. Screaming wide there of the left post. So give the Redhawks credit. They are not sitting back here feeling sorry for themselves. They go right to the attack here. As here's Ryan Brown with it now. He'll go back to the midfield there and give it over to Tyler Clark. And they'll work it up high now on the high slot area. Now to that left perimeter, over to Zimmerman, makes an inside move. Across the grain pass, and Coleman gives it back out to the right perimeter there to Vitali. Vitali now being watched closely there by Jackson Redmond. Redmond has emerged here as part of this defensive unit. Here's a shot through a screen, goes wide again to the left post by Ryan Brown. Brown behind the net. 1-0 Mercy early on. Oh, gets taken down there by Filocamo, who causes the turnover. Nicholas Filocamo, second half of the year, really emerged here as one of the new young prominent members of this Maverick squad. Huge hit there. Oh boy, Redmond absolutely dropped the hammer there on one of the Redhawks in the midfield. So the Mavericks wanting to establish a physical presence early on. Well, they got a whistle here. Corbo on the feed from Stevenson. It's like Roach will come up with it here. Shane Roach now. Give and go pass there to Ian Voda. He'll swing it out to A.J. Barone. Barone comes in left side with some speed and a better save. Kaiser denies Barone on the heavy shot opportunity. Here's Custra with it now. Custra gets the clear. Being watched there by Voda. Custra looking around now, trying to make his move. Circles to that right side, and they'll recalibrate here. Redhawks very methodical approach here as a give-and-go pass from Brown to Zimmerman. Zimmerman wants to get all the pieces in place there, get the personnel together, and here's Clark. He'll feed it on that right side. Redhawks go behind the net now. They'll set it up front. Here's Zimmerman, sets it up for a one-timer and a stick save and a beauty by Dorfman on that one. Dorfman coming off a performance for the ages there against Malloy. 18 saves and the game-winning overtime goal from 270-plus feet out that, boy, rocked the lacrosse world, to say the least. Duchnowski tries a feed, goes behind the net to Babnick. Babnick in front, deflected pass here. And on the ground, turnover caused there by number 44, Liam Linden, who picks up the loose change. He'll go across the grain, and a nice feed there to Connor Pierce. Quick transitional offense now as Ryan Brown holds on to it here for a little bit. As the Redhawks want to get set up. Zimmerman with it now. Give and go pass there to Justin Skelly. Skelly had a good game the first time here against the Mavericks. Mavericks won that one 16-9. Comes in on that right side now. Goes back behind the net. Looking around here. Takes a shot. And I think that was a save off the post either or the chest protector of Dorfman. Took a direct shot out, and Stevenson comes up with it quickly over to Michael Corbo. Short feed pass there to Bergerson. Christopher Bergerson gets it over to Ian Voda now. Voda cradling it. Looking around, will give it over to Shane Roach. Back to A.J. Barone. Barone comes in on the left side now. Trying to find some room. Found it. Goes back behind the net, though. Forewent the shot. And gave it over to Osorio. Back out to the high perimeter there to Roach, who cuts in on the right side. Lookout has some room now. He'll go back behind the net. And they'll feed it out there. Hunsberger had it initially there, and they fed to Voda. Back outside to Barone now. Barone going to load it up here. He'll cut across, and a tricky pass for Voda. He can't handle it, but he'll recover it here. Under 15 on the possession clock. Coming up on the 9-minute mark here. Time is of the essence. Voda comes in. Look out, quick pass. Hunsberger takes one. That goes wide. And it's going to be a shot clock violation here. Possession, Redhawks. Oh, the Redhawks make the defensive stand here. And here comes Roberts Wesleyan. Castro with it now. Oh, he'll take a long home run pass there. Fakes it and gets it. Oh, tricky pass there and corralled in by Zimmerman. Feeds it out in front. Here's a shot attempt, and it went in. Oh, well, no. It went in off the goal line and stayed there, and a save made by Michael Corbo, deflected by Dorfman and Corbo. You saw Ryan Brown jump in the air there. He tricked me for a second. Referee said no, that thing was draped on the goal line. So a close call for the Mavs there. Michael Corbo, I think, got most of that shot attempt there, so that'll be a save for him. Here's Bergerson now on the feed from Smith. Bergerson going to set it up now. On that left side, look out, pushed off the block there, and an errant pass goes wide. Nice defensive play there by the Redhawks to force that turnover on the hit as the pass was taken. Custra now will give it to Kaiser, the goalie. Back out to Sam Keynes now. Keynes will pass it ahead here over to Ryan Brown, and they'll work it behind the net on the left side. Feed pass out to Ryan Brown from Ryan Preen. They'll come out now. Look out left side. They swing it back out. They'll go to that right perimeter halfway through this first quarter. 1-0 as Ryan Prine behind the net. Prine gets it back now. Mercy leads it 1-0. Look out here. Pass inside. A lot of traffic, and they score on a broken play. So couldn't quite pick up where the shooter was. There was the Mercy defense. They had 3 guys around him. But a nice setup there on a deceptive pass. And Roberts Wesleyan trying to see who had the goal there. Want to see who the official goal scorer was. And Ryan Brown, the goal scorer unofficially, and a clean face-off win by Marrero. He's going to rear up for a shot. That goes wide to the right side. So, and that is it. It's Ryan Brown's goal from Chase Wilson to tie this up at 1.
Roberts Wesleyan goal, scored number 14, Ryan Brown, assisted by number 2, Chase Wilson, scores tied 1-1.
Look out now, loading up with it is Seaside. Takes a shot, and there was a turnover made there, so he didn't even get the shot off. Loose change on the floor there, and Dorfman actually poked that one away and caused the turnover, and Dorfman quickly gets it to Barone. Here's A.J. Barone cutting in on the right side and will go behind the net to Babnick now. Babnick being watched closely. He scored the only Mercy goal, takes a shot that might have been deflected on the way in by Pierce. Barone will pick it up now. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in a very low-scoring opening period here. Barone circles around, takes a shot. Oh, shot wide, but Babnick was there. Almost looked like it was a pass, but it was a shot there. Here's Osorio. Back to Duknowski now. Duknowski loads it in on the right side there. Lost the handle on it. Forced up in the air now. And who's going to get it? Possession Mercy. Or are they going to, what are they going to say? Yeah, possession Mercy. Okay. So Babnick behind the net to Bergerson. Bergerson loading it up here. On that right side, curls through, shot that goes wide to that left post there of Kaiser. Mavs get a reset there. Babnick behind the net to Bergerson. Quick pass out in front. There's a shot that goes through a screen for Duknowski. Goes wide to that left post. Here comes Bergerson now. Oh, rolled off the defender and actually whacked the shot there as he was shooting it and caused a ground ball. So Sam Keynes recovers there, and quickly the Redhawks on the attack. A shot that goes wide. Boy, a screaming shot there from Ryan Brown on the setup by Killian Seaside. Behind the net, they work it now. Here's Brady Custra. Custra has Stevenson and Dorfman watching him. Fakes a pass. Look out, quick pass in front there, and Dorfman on the short side made a nice save there. Oh my, that was a very tricky shot there from Ryan Brown. Swing it over there to Jacob Zimmerman now. Zimmerman hanging on to it here. Well, he'll take it himself now. Curls in on that right side. We'll swing it back out here to Cooper. Back over to Ryan Brown. Brown off his back foot there. We'll swing it to that left perimeter. Here's Jacob Zimmerman. Oh, he gets taken down, and a big scrum for it now. Loose ball goes wide. Dorfman picks it up. Stevenson, and it looked like Michael Corbo. Jackson Redmond was in the vicinity as well. Pass, nobody home. Nice job by Ryan Brown to get in front of the pass attempt there. by Danny Fitzgerald. Oh, look out there. As Hunsberger with a very hard-nosed move forces Cody Coleman out of bounds. And the Mavericks will take over with 3:52 to go. In a very tense first quarter, we're tied at 1. It's been a good one here. Round 1 of the 2025 ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament here between the Redhawks and the Mavericks. Live here on the ECC Network. Mike McGinnis on the call. Thank you for tuning in, wherever it is you're tuning in from. Here's Bergerson with it now. Shades gets it over now, left side to Duchnowski. Duchnowski fires, and that goes wide to that left post. As Babnick picks it up now. Babnick looking around, curling to that left side, watched closely by Pierce. Babnick around that left perimeter behind the net to Smith. Ryan Smith coming off a 5-point day for the senior day. Here's a shot that goes wide on the left side. First time we've seen Osorio get a look. Ryan Smith comes up with it now. Smith curling in on that left, actually right side, takes a shot. Kaiser with a save. Alley-oop pass there. That could be risky. And Corbo had a hand on it. Look out, big scrum for it now. And the Redhawks come up with it. They thought so, and then, boy, Cooper just handed it back over accidentally there to Smith, and here's Hunsberger with it now. Back behind the net to Babnick they go here with 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Babnick behind the net. Babnick curling around on that right side. Takes a shot. He scores. Oh, what a beauty goal that time by Aiden Babnick. A one-hopper roofs it underneath the right crossbar. Oh, that was quite a picturesque goal there. Watch this on the replay. Babnick curls around right side. One-hopper, bang, puts it in inside that right crossbar. And the Mavericks take a 2-1 lead.
Mercy goals, score number 18, Aiden Babnick. Mercy's 2-1.
So Babnick with his second. Marrero and Summit on the draw. Oh, looked like Summit was tripped or held. And possession will go to the Mavericks. Jake Norton will give it over to Ian Voda. Gets it over to Shane Roach, and here's A.J. Barone with it now. Barone on that left side comes in, head of steam. Look out, finds an inside move. Nice forced turnover there by Sam Keynes. That's not the first time we've called his name, but there's laundry on the field as Barone got clobbered there. And somebody is going to the sin bin here for the Redhawks. Carlos Boiso gets the call. So man up for the Mavs here with under 2 minutes to go. It's a 1-minute call here and releasable. Ortiz to Roach. They'll work the cycle now. On the left side, as Osorio, Duchnowski fakes the pass. Ortiz back to Duchnowski. Got to watch for him for the point, and of course Osorio as well. Look out now, sharp angle pass, trying to find Roach on that one. And they're going to say that was actually tipped. That's a break for the Mavericks. So they will retain possession, 34 up on the man advantage, 81 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the Mavericks will take a timeout with 1:20 to go in the first quarter, 2-1. Mavericks lead the Redhawks. We'll step aside here on the ECC Network.
Timeout, Mercy.
And welcome back here to Dobbs Ferry, New York. Mercy Field ECC Network 2025 ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament Round 1. Mike McGinnis on the call, 2-1 Mercy with possession and a man up here. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. They lead at 2-1, 33 seconds on the man up possession. Here's Roach behind the net to Smith. They work it on the left side now to Duchnowski. Quick pass. They score. Cole Hunsberger on the quick feed from Devin Duchnowski. And it's 3-1 Mavericks. Another wicked one-hopper this time going over the left shoulder of a partially screened Garrett Kaiser. You'll see that on the replay. Boy, that thing had plenty of zip to it right there. And one hopper, bang, puts it home. And the Mavericks back-to-back strikes here have a 3-1 lead. Summit Marrero on the draw. And on the ground now, Marrero whacks at it. And looks like Corbo settles it down, and he'll give it back to Cameron Dorfman. Dorfman, alley-oop pass there to Fitzgerald. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. And look out now. Mavs will settle it down with Bergerson. Bergerson, very calculated here. Trying to set up for one of those last shot opportunities. He surveys the field here. And, boy, he's going to load it up here. Here he goes. Left side, Bergerson. Quick over. Here's a sharp angle shot to Ryan Smith. Wow, that is some timing on that play. I'll tell you what, Bergerson. Well, I'll tell you, Smith didn't even look like he moved a muscle. He just stood in place and fired it from a sharp angle. Kaiser couldn't come up with it. And it's 4-1 Mercy as Ryan Smith set up beautifully there by Christopher Bergerson. Something tells me they've practiced that quite a few times. And the Mavericks have a 4-1 lead. Guerrero and Summit on the draw here. Ground ball picked up by the Mavericks. Here's Barone. Oh, he got clipped high there. There's a late flag. He'll take one final shot. And that'll do it. Mavs will have possession in the second there as Bergerson got clipped high. We're through one quarter of play. The Mavericks with a 4-1 lead over Roberts Wesleyan. We'll return for quarter number 2 action here on the 2025 Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament, ECC style here on the ECC Network. Don't you dare go away. And welcome back. We're about set for quarter number 2 action here from Mercy Field, Dobbs Ferry, New York, ECC Network, round one of the 2025 ECC Championship Tournament for men's lacrosse. Mike McGinnis on the call. Mavericks lead at 4-1. After one, they will have possession in a 30-second man-up situation. Osorio will have it here on that left perimeter. We'll go back over to the other side there to Hunsberger, and they'll work it right. Behind the net now. Over to Smith. Smith has had one of those, sharpshooter type goals there. And we have a whistle. Not sure what happened. They got to reset the clock here or something. You have to reset the penalty marker time.
18 seconds on the penalty clock. 18 on the penalty, not 26.
So just getting the paper, or I should say the logistics here on the scoreboard. So just give it a second. Okay, here we go. 18 seconds left on the man-up time here. Go back behind the net now. Here is Smith with it. Oh, Spinarudi move there by Duchnowski. Babnick, hot pass. Inside, sharp angle shot. They do it again. And once again, it's Ryan Smith from what just seems like a very impossible angle. Oh, he roofs it on the top left corner of that crossbar. Wow. A heat seeker on that one. And the Mavericks take a 5-1 lead. Roach with the assist on the Smith goal. And the Mavericks now have 5 notches on the board here. They lead at 5-1, and for Smith, that's his second goal from that identical angle here. Just on the flip side of the field. Wow, very impressive. Well, let's see who has possession here. I believe they're going to say Roberts Wesleyan on the draw. So the Mavericks have to step back, play defense here.
Number 21, Ryan Smith. Assisted by number 88, Shane Roach. Mercy 5-1.
Cooper swings it around now. Chase Wilson there behind the net. They work it around that far left side. Here's Tyler Clark with it now. Over to Cody Coleman. Coleman, high right slot. He'll shade. Top of the slot now. He'll go back over on that left side. So possession time, a key here for the Redhawks. As Zimmerman sets it up there. Pass, or shot, I should say, went wide. Possession, Redhawks. Here's Ryan Brown with it now. Quick, short little pass there to Clark. And look out. A unforced turnover there as Dorfman says thank you very much. And will take the loose change and proceed accordingly for the Mavericks. He'll get it over to Michael Corbo. Back over now to Dorfman. Dorfman, home run pass there. And that is picked off there. And Connor Pierce came up with it. And now Pierce turns it over himself in the neutral zone. And Corbo quickly gets it ahead here. So a little chaotic. And Barone says to Bergerson, you better take this. Bergerson will flip it back to Barone here. And he's going to start firing up the old engine here. Goes on the right side. Coleman watching him. Look out. He'll get a hot pass across trying to find Osorio. And that was picked off there by the Redhawks. And I think Liam Linden was the guy in traffic that came up with that one. He has it now. Actually, check that. He's got it over to Custra. Custra looks around now, fakes the pass, and finally he'll get it over to Cody Coleman. Cycle coming here, Ethan Brown. Oh, and that'll drive a coach crazy. Too many men on the field for the Redhawks. Possession, Mavericks. Oh, Fitzgerald faked it, gave it to Bergerson. Another flag on the field, so man-up situation coming up here momentarily for the Mavericks. Here's Bergerson on the left side. Swings it over there to Osorio. Here is Smith. Smith with it now. Mavs have a lot of time here to work with, knowing they're going to get the man-up situation here momentarily. They'll swing it back out now to Duchnowski. Back over on that far right perimeter. It's Bergerson with it now. Bergerson curling up, takes a nice hit. Look out, takes a pass or a shot there that was blocked. And here comes the penalty, as the Redhawks will send a man to the box here. Ethan Brown called on the offside there. 30-second man-up situation for the Mavericks here. 4.5 gone by, actually 3.5 gone by here. And this second quarter, 5-1 Mavericks on top here. Here's Hunsberger. He has a tally already. Duchnowski. Smith. Circle it around to Osorio, and behind the net, I believe that is Shane Roach. It is. They swing it around now to Ortiz. Look out, Smith pushed off the block there for a moment. He'll go over the top one. Hopper, Duchnowski. That just went wide there. Screaming wide on that right post. Here comes Smith now. Back to Osorio. Osorio, and he tried to set up Roach and puts it in on what looked like a broken play. And the most surprised guy was Garrett Kaiser. Was that a shot or a pass? Who knows? It'll go down as a shot and a goal for Jimmy Osorio. Watch this again. I think they were looking for Roach there and went a little high, and Kaiser was very surprised, as we all were. Goes in right underneath the crossbar, and it's 6-1 Mavericks. Marrero, Summit, oh boy, look at Summit get twisted and turned around. Marrero comes up with it. Quick pass ahead there. Quick transitional offense. Redhawks trying a different approach, or maybe not. Brown has it now. They want to get the right personnel out there, as they'll slow it down a little. Seaside had it now. Give and go pass. Seaside gets the feedback from Ryan Brown. Over to Ethan Brown. And they'll set it up here to Justin Skelly. Skelly, hot pass behind the net. Watchful eye there. Look out, flag thrown there. Lemaire got tangled up with one of the players on the Redhawks. He might have hooked him or tripped him, whatever you want to call it there. And Kevin Lemaire will go to the sin bin here. Man up situation. 1 minute cross check assessed to the Mavs here. And the Redhawks will set up the attack on the left side now. Prine back over there to Coleman. Coleman gets the feed. Prine, they go left side now to Zimmerman. High slot, they feed it over there to Coleman. Coleman curls around left side. Sharp left angle. They'll work the cycle back. Quick pass over. They go right side now. Trying to collapse the box here. Set up in front. They score. Well executed, as Justin Skelly on the doorstep. Beautifully fed by Cody Coleman. Boy, they really executed that man-up situation well. And you'll look on the replay there. Skelly right on the doorstep, right post. Not much you could do there. Well executed. They just kept speeding up the passes there to collapse the defensive look by the Mavericks. And a much-needed goal by the Redhawks. Marrero with a win. We knew his rep coming in, 67.8. Look out, ground ball forced there. Stevenson on it and picked up there. Jake Norton comes up with it. Good double team work by Stevenson and Norton. Feeds it over quickly there. Nice little threaded feed there. Osorio to Barone. Barone behind the net now to Babnick. Actually circles out in front, takes a shot. Nice save, Kaiser. Covered up the 5-hole, was looking for the low shot. Harassed there, gets it back out to Kaiser. Kaiser, quick pass ahead here to Kustra. Kustra across the field, pass there to Jet Richardson. Richardson quickly over, high pass. Chase Wilson drags it down. Richardson has it back now. In the midfield there, Seaside. Back over to Dennison. Dennison on the feed now to Seaside. Seaside loading it up here on the right side, trying to find some room. Pushed off his marker by Barone. Oh, goes one way, and then he thinks I'll go the other on the left side. Swings it back out. Here is Skelly, the most recent goal scorer in this one. Curls in right side, not giving much room. Look out, there's a shot that goes high over the crossbar by Curtis Dennison. Corralling in is Ryan Prine as he comes up with it now. Prine takes a sharp angle shot that goes wide across the right post. 6-2 Mavericks lead it here with 7:52 to go in the second quarter. Thank you for tuning in to the 2025 ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament Round 1. Look out, sneaky shot, screams wide to the left side there. Look out, Prine sets it up and a shot clock violation. So a nice stand by the Mavericks as Dorfman gets it ahead there to A.J. Barone. Barone now on the right side, swings it over. Will quickly get it out to Devin Duchnowski. Duchnowski setting up on that left side. Back behind the net there to Babnick. Babnick quickly over there as he finds Ryan Smith. Smith's off to a hot start in this one. Smith curls around, watch out. Takes a shot, impossible angle, trying to find Babnick, who was denied. Yeah, quick, tight pass there to Babnick, and a nice save by Kaiser, and they'll say possession, Redhawks. Lollipop pass ahead there. Over to Brady Alexander. Jacob Zimmerman. Give and go pass here with Tyler Clark. They'll do it again for good measure. Clark gets it over there to Cody Coleman. They swing it out here. Very methodical approach here as Cooper will load this up here. Actually, check that. That's Coleman, it looks like. Look out, he fell down. Picks it back up, though. Gets it over to Ryan Brown. They'll swing it to the right side. Here is Clark. Pass almost picked off by Dorfman. And it deflects out of bounds. What are they going to say? Last touch by the Mavericks. Under 6 minutes to go. Under 20 on the possession clock. Pass, they were looking for Wilson. And nobody home, and the Mavericks will take over here. Dorfman will lead the charge out here. They get it quickly to Smith. Pass ahead there to Duchnowski. Duchnowski flip pass to Smith. Smith give and go there. No, he's going to fake it, take the shot. No, pass downside on the left side. A nice save off the heel of the stick there. And they were trying to find Hunsberger on that left post. Boy, I'll tell you, that's why I'm up here not defending. Smith fooled me twice on that one. I would have been left high and dry on that one, no doubt. Bergerson getting some leverage. He takes a shot and scores. Top shelf inside the right post. And the Mavericks take a 7-2 lead. Bergerson, set up beautifully on that one. A howitzer over the right shoulder of Kaiser. And it's 7-2 Mavericks. And looks like we'll see Ryan Resnick get a shot at it here against Isaac Marrero. So Bergerson on the goal there with the roofer. And it's 7-2. Resnick gets a big win there. Well, not many can say they've bested Marrero in the draw control, and Ryan Resnick does a job right there. Stevenson quickly, short pass over to Jake Norton. Flip pass now, they'll drop it off to Barone. 4.5 to go in the first half. Mavericks with a 7-2 lead here. Roach back to Barone now, back to Roach. They'll try it again. Here's Barone now, loading it up. Comes in on that left side. Let's see what he does. Has a screen, takes a shot through traffic. Thought that was the good idea there because the vision of the goalkeeper was somewhat altered. There's a lot of bodies swirling around Kaiser on that one. Here is Babnick now. Watch him on that wicked twister from behind the net. Look out, he gets some leverage. Takes a shot. Goes wide, well defended on the double team. Voda with it behind the net now. Under 4 minutes to go. Look out, the impossible angle shot screams wide to that left post. Boy, the Mavs taking the shots from any and all angles. And almost that unorthodox kind of approach, and they only had 2 on the possession clock. That's why they gave it up there. So, the Redhawks take over. 3:32 to go. First half. Mercy 7, Roberts Wesleyan 2. Custra now being watched closely. He's going to throw a crazy pass down into, they're going to say that was a shot. So the Redhawks will forward the possession. Very nifty, high IQ play by Custra there. They'll be able to take possession without having to go for a traditional clear. Go back behind the net now. Swing it up on the left side. As Seaside with it now. Takes a shot, and Dorfman with a nifty stick save and an alley-oop pass to Jake Norton. Norton had the eyes on Seaside on that one. Here's Stevenson now. Quick setup. Osorio trying to find some room. Takes a shot that goes wide. Boy, and Stevenson, known for his rock-solid defense. This guy will pinch up sometimes, though, and surprise you and set somebody up. So he did right there in that attempt. Mavs go to work here. Under 2.5 to go. First half, 7-2 Mavericks on top. Barone with it now on the left side. Curls in on the right. Takes a shot, and that screams over the crossbar there. As Smith will pick it up now. Nice short pass, Hunsberger. Very dangerous in his own right. Multiple flags on the field. Man up possession coming here for the Mavs. That pass is intercepted. Boy, they all went up at once there. Refs definitely picked up something. Slashing call to Sam Keynes. 1 minute penalty here. And the Mavericks will set up. Smith over to Duchnowski. Back now, Babnick had a screen there. Here's Duchnowski, high slot, right side. Babnick fakes the shot. Here's Duchnowski trying to find Smith on the doorstep. Somehow corralled in by Roach. Heads up play by him there. Keeps that whole possession and sequence alive now. Looks like the Mavericks will take a timeout here. 1:28 to go in the first half. Possession Mercy. They have a man-up situation with 33 seconds left on it. They lead at 7-2. We'll be back here on the ECC Network. Boy, it felt like it was 10 minutes of continuous play there with very little stoppage time. I don't know. They all have their connects. Big crowd, big game, nice weather. You can't beat it. Everybody's going to be out for that. Oh, I'm not getting involved. I didn't do it. I didn't say it. Yes. And welcome back to Mercy Field. Here's the situation. 1:28 to go, first half. 7-2 Mercy leads it with possession. 33 seconds on the man-up time left. Mike McGinnis on the call. If you joined us late, Mavericks women's team punched their ticket to the championship final, defeating Damon 21-2. Time and opponent to be determined, but it'll be here on Saturday. Smith fakes the pass. Sharp angle shot for Bergerson goes wide. Roach behind the net now. Roach swings it out to Ortiz now. Back to Duchnowski. Left side, Smith. Back out to Duchnowski. Aggressive forecheck there by Kustra. Trying to find Smith on that right post there, but nobody home. And 6 ticks left on the clock on the man-up situation, and 101 in the quarter. It looks like the Redhawks will be able to successfully kill off this penalty. Kustra now back over to Kaiser. Kaiser with it now. Comes up there, aggressive look, and he's trying to push the envelope. Can't blame him. As he goes back behind the net now. Prine from Coleman, back to Coleman. They swing it back up now to Zimmerman. Here's Tyler Clark with it now. Clark kind of very casually trotting to behind the net, trying to save it perhaps for a last-second shot. Swing it up to Zimmerman now with steam. Right side, takes a shot and scores. Oh, what a beauty that one was there. Jacob Zimmerman zips one right past Cameron Dorfman. Might have handcuffed him on that one. And just like that, the Redhawks have their third tally on the board today. A very impressive goal by Jacob Zimmerman. Resnick and Marrero on the draw, and Resnick comes through again. No looker pass popped up in the air. And look out, Norton, who wants it here? Hot potato. And that'll do it. End of the first half. Mercy 7, Roberts Wesleyan 3. We'll step aside here for halftime on the ECC Network. And welcome back here to Mercy Field, Dobbs Ferry, New York. ECC Network. Second half about to begin here between the Mavericks and the Redhawks in round one of the 2025 Men's Lacrosse ECC Championship Tournament. 7-3 Mercy leads. Roberts Wesley and Mike McGinnis on the call here. And we'll give you some of the stats here in the first half. 2 goals apiece for Ryan Smith and Aiden Babnick. Goal and an assist for Christopher Bergerson. Jimmy Osorio has joined the party as well with a goal. Roach Duknowski with assists. 5 saves apiece for Dorfman and Kaiser. And that's where we are. And on the goal side for the Redhawks, you have Skelly, Zimmerman, and Brown. Draw control 1, so they're 50% here on draws. 6 aside here. And the Redhawks go to work. They will attack from right to left on your screen. Thank you for tuning in, wherever it is you're tuning in from for this one. Long-time rivals here. Quick pass behind the net. They give and go. Here's Zimmerman. He scores. Beautiful setup that time. I think it was Zimmerman on the goal. We'll have to get the goal call on this one. I thought Zimmerman gave it off there and brought it right back to him. We'll get the official scoring here. That was well executed by the Redhawks regardless. And boy, that is just what the Redhawks need. They cut the deficit to 7-4. Look out there, Osorio got the stick clipped out of his hands there, and they're going to say possession Redhawks after that wild exchange. And look out now, the Redhawks take over here with Prine with it now. Behind the net, so a great start here for Roberts Wesleyan. They get the goal and they battle for possession on the draw control. We still have to get the official goal. So it is Skelly. Sorry there, Justin. He gets the goal from Chase Wilson. But, boy, they really executed that play very well. You got to give the Redhawks credit, no doubt. And trying to add to the momentum here as Skelly has it behind the net now. Being watched by Barone. He's working to that left side. Circles in on that left side now. Gets it out to Zimmerman this time. That goes wide to the left post. Ryan Brown will pick it up here. They swing it out to Coleman. Back up to Justin Skelly. Over to Coleman now. Coleman on the right side. Oh, being met heavily. Oh, and a massive hit there by Barone. Oh, he lowered the boom that time. Trying to look for a license plate number after a hit like that. My goodness. Very aggressive defense. Kind of a trademark of the Mavs. Barone that time absolutely dropped the hammer. Then, boy, I saw Alexander give a hard whack there to Fitzgerald. Back out now to Hunsberger on the high slot. He'll trot around, and he'll swing it over here to Bergerson on the far right perimeter. Now he's near the midfield. Well, he faked the pass. He says, I'll go left side and try it that way. Back out to Duknowski. Swings it over to Smith. Smith curls in on the right side. Looks behind the net. Trying to lose the defender. They don't want to give him that sharp angle. Here's a shot. He'll take it anyway, and a nice save by Kaiser. That was a very good defensive play that time. The Redhawks forced him to take the shot they wanted on that sequence. And Keen's with it now. Looks around, gets it back over here to Ryan Brown. They'll go back behind the net there to Preen. Ryan Prine with it now. Ethan Brown with it now. Circles it outside there. And cradling it, I think, is Seaside. He's being watched by Bergerson. It is. He'll go behind the net. Tight window pass to Prine. Prine looks around now. They work it over to that left perimeter. Look out inside the shot. Oh, acrobatic. I don't know if he got a piece of it, Dorfman, but he altered the shot of Ethan Brown, and it'll be a turnover. Either which way, a nice play by Cameron Dorfman. Dorfman has the ball now, and he'll give it the old alley-oop pass there to Bergerson. Christopher Bergerson giving him way too much room on the right side. And, wow, I don't know how that didn't go in. Somehow it went wide to that short left pipe. Kind of a defensive confusion there for the Redhawks. They gave Bergerson way too much room on that one. Bergerson on the feed now to Osorio. Oh, quickly, Barone and Voda, with Barone handling it now. Barone comes in right side, pushed off the block though. He'll go back behind the net to Babnick. Babnick curls around left side, inside out move. Takes a shot, hit the outside of the net. And they're going to say crease violation on that one. He went crashing in. And the Redhawks hold serve there. So the Redhawks, with a little shot in the arm here, they've had two very good defensive stands. They have a goal, and they remain down by 3 as Linden gives it off there to Zimmerman. Zimmerman splits the defense, comes in with a shot and scores. Jacob Zimmerman with a great move that time. Wow, he gets that feed from Linden and splits the defenders and gets off a rocket of a shot off that right block there. You'll see it here. Bang, puts it home. Roberts Wesleyan with a pair of strikes to start the second half, and they trail it 7-5. As the draw control comes, still a fight for it, and the Mavs come up with it. Michael Corbo with it now. Feeds it over to Duchnowski. And it looks like Fitzgerald will get the feed and bring it ahead here. As the Bergerson takes it over here. Redhawks have quieted the crowd here a little. Look out, threading the needle with a pass. Duchnowski trying to fight his way inside. He's pushed off. He'll go back behind the net. He'll feed it quickly out to Osorio. And here is Smith across the green pass. Nobody home. And who's going to get it here? Yeah, I thought Linden might have gotten a swipe at it. And they're going to say possession Redhawks. Long pass here. That's trouble. On the ground. Somehow picked up there by Jet Richardson. Gets it over to Ryan Brown. So a nice job there on a risky pass. And the Redhawks set it up here with Zimmerman. Back to Coleman. Coleman cradling the ball here. He's still directing traffic. Again, this methodical look by the Redhawks. Here we go. They'll go left side now. Quick pass in front, trying to find Skelly. He has it. Can he get a shot off? He does! And he puts it home. No, what are they going to say? They're going to say timeout, Roberts Wesleyan. Oh, what a weird play there. I don't know if the shot was taken or not. I guess he held on to it. Boy, what a strange sequence there. Timeout, Roberts Wesleyan. 7-5 Mercy leads. It's 7:32 to go in the third quarter. Possession Redhawks will be back here on the ECC Network. And welcome back to Mercy Field, Dobbs Ferry, New York. 7-5 Mercy leads at 7:32 to go in this third quarter. Possession Redhawks. What a strange sequence there. Skelly in close on Dorfman, scored what looked like a goal, and then they waved it off because Roberts Wesleyan called a timeout. Oh, they're hoping that this does not come back to haunt them. They work it in now. Quick pass out. Faking the shot. They'll go left side now. Zimmerman takes a couple of hits, takes a shot. Big save. Kick save and a beauty by Dorfman. Huge rebound, and give Zimmerman credit. Read it perfectly, and we'll get the set clock here. And they'll set it up. Ryan Brown quickly across now. Boy, and this is heavy advantage here. So far for the Redhawks, they have the only two tallies in this third quarter, and they've had a majority of the scoring opportunities now. Mercy's had possession, but Redhawks have stood strong defensively. They curl inside now. That goes wide. Shot attempt there by Cody Coleman. 6.5 to go. Third quarter, 7-5, Redhawks. Here's a one-timer. Took a weird hop there on Skelly. Might have taken off on him, that shot. So set it up from behind the net now. Coleman swings it quickly over there to Brown. Behind the net, nobody home, and possession will go to Mercy. So, boy, that timeout. How much will that cost the Redhawks? Stay tuned. They thought they had a goal, and it was wiped out because they called the timeout there. Something had happened. Maybe they called the timeout late is what I'm assuming. As Jake Norton has it now. Back to Abrahall. Actually, check that, I'm sorry, to Barone. And here's Bergerson now. Mavs have been shut out through the first 9 minutes. Check that, 8 minutes and change in this third quarter. Smith working on the left side. Bergerson looking around now. Being pushed to the outer perimeter. Notice the Redhawks are pushing everybody to the outside. Aaron pass here. And the Redhawks pick it up. Look out, Zimmerman. Beautiful feed. Dorfman gets contacted but picks up the loose ground ball there. Oh, gutsy play by Dorfman. He knew he was going to get checked. But he makes the intercept and gets it over to Smith. Big helper there from Cameron Dorfman. Here's Babnick behind the net. But again, you notice, Redhawks, they're pushing everything to the perimeter. Nobody is getting really inside for the Mavericks. Redhawks have played well defensively. Babnick. They'll work Osorio to that left side. Here's Smith trying to thread the needle inside to Hunsberger. Back out to Barone. Over to Hunsberger now. Quick pass to Barone. Barone trying to load it up here on the right side. Comes in, pass. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, deflected out. by the Mavericks. And another defensive stand by Roberts Wesleyan. Pass over to Kaiser now from Kustra. Quick pass ahead to Keynes. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in this third quarter, Mavs clinging to a 7-5 lead. In round one of the ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament 2025 edition. Mike McGinnis on the call. Thanks for joining us here. They swing it out, right side, far perimeter. Now here's Skelly. Thought about the shot attempt there. Check that was Tyler Clark. He has some room. He's taken down. Loose ball. Boy, a ton of bodies went down. Well defended by the Mavericks. And Sean Higgins comes up with it now. Boy, that was a bunch of bodies that got tangled together in the Mavs. Once again, initiating the physical play. Look out there. Bergerson got headlocked momentarily. And Roach. Bergerson with it now. Feeds it to Roach. They go back over to Hunsberger. Over to Smith. Smith trying an inside move. Look out. Here's Osorio. Rips one. Can't get it through the defense. And it's picked up there by the defense. And I believe that was Linden. Quickly ahead there over to Kustra. Under 3 minutes to go now in this third quarter. Mercy 7, Roberts Wesleyan 5 here. In round one of the 2025 Men's Lacrosse ECC Championship Tournament. Zimmerman now. Very methodical approach by Roberts Wesleyan. Give and go pass here to Kustra. As the Redhawks back with Zimmerman here. Bringing it in, they'll give and go. They've had success. Zimmerman fakes the shot. Pushed off the back foot there. They'll work it to the right perimeter once again here with Coleman. Coleman takes a shot. He scores! Well, it looked like Dorfman got a piece of it, slowed it down, and it rolled behind him. He actually was playing off the post on that one, and it redirected in off his body. Boy, that is a nifty goal. I believe Cody Coleman picks it up, and Roberts Wesleyan, with 3 strikes in a row here, have cut the Mercy lead to 7-6 with 1:54 to go in the third period, and the Mavs have been shut out in this third period so far. Resnick with another key draw win here. He comes up with a head of steam now. Boy, Resnick behind the net there to Babnick. Well, it's been pretty obvious that the Redhawks have denied the interior to the Mavs. They have pushed everything to the outside and off the edges. Look out, Bergerson couldn't quite pick that one up on the ground. Nice job there, Duknowski takes a shot. They score on the broken play, and I don't know if he'll officially get an assist, but Devin Duknowski saved that possession, found Babnick right on the doorstep, and finally the Mavs get one on the interior, and you'll see it here. Babnick set up nicely by Duknowski. Boy, Duknowski saved the bacon for the Mavs that time. Picks up a goal there with 1:17 to go, and it's 8-6 Mercy. And here we go as Marrero wins the draw from Resnick. Look out now. As Kustra fell down. Kustra with possession now. Makes the cut on the inside, under a minute to go. 8-6, Mercy on top. Here's a one-timer, nice save. Oh, and the nice control there. Wow, what a play by Dorfman, nifty save, look out, fast transition in front, and Babnick couldn't get that one quite corralled in. Hunsberger with the fast pass there. So Duchnowski gets the assist on the Babnick goal. For Babnick, it's his third of the game. Under 30 seconds to go now. Kustra with it now. Makes the cut on the inside. Oh, he is contacted hard by Stevenson. All kinds of laundry on the field. As Filacamo was in on that one as well. That'll end the third period, but possession and a man-up situation coming up here for Roberts Wesleyan as we head into the fourth. 8-6. Mercy leads Roberts Wesleyan. Boy, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be an interesting ride to the finish here. Fourth quarter action coming up. We'll be back here on the ECC Network. No. Yep. They won't allow him in there. They're pushing everything to the outside. Welcome back here. Fourth quarter about to commence. 30-second man-up advantage for the Redhawks as they get possession to start the fourth quarter. Mercy clinging to an 8-6 lead here. 2025 ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament Round 1. Welcome. Mike McGinnis on the call. Mavericks were outscored 3-1 in that third quarter. And here we go. They wind it up here. Coleman back to Ryan Brown. He'll circle across the green to Chase Wilson. Wilson pushed off block. Aaron pass. It's going to be a problem here. They're going to bounce it around. Still no control, and Zimmerman, who's had a strong game, picks it up. Coleman quickly swing it around on that left side. Back outside. They'll go over to Coleman on the high slot, shading right. Trying to collapse the box on the Mavs here. They'll swing it back. Here's a sharp angle shot. I don't know if that hit the post, and it did. I wasn't sure that Dorfman's stick hit the post on that one. So a close call there for the Mavericks. They'll set it up again here. Here's Skelly going across. Aaron pass. And, oh, look out there. That's a trip. That's going to be another man in the box here for the Mavs, and really not intentional. I think it's coincidental. You're trying to go for the ball. The guy runs into your stick and falls over. So, once again, it'll be a man-up situation. This penalty is over. Curling around. Nice save. Dorfman off his shins there. And we'll have a stoppage of play here. Danny Fitzgerald, 1 minute tripping penalty. Gets the gate here. So once again, the Mavs on the back foot here. And here we go. High slot to Zimmerman. Swings it over to Coleman now, right side. They go to the sharp right perimeter. Back out high slot, Coleman. Left side, Zimmerman fakes the shot. Skelly behind the net. Trying to mount the pressure up here. Here's the one-timer. Couldn't get it through. Higgins with a big block on the turf. Look out. Look at Stevenson get in there. And Higgins trying to get a piece of it there. This has just turned into a wild melee. And finally, the Mavs come up with it. Hard work by Stevenson and Higgins. Allow that to happen. 20 seconds left on the penalty. As I believe Higgins is behind the net now. Yeah, he wound up with it. There he goes. Gets a pass out there. Over to Hunsberger. Boy, textbook operations there on the penalty kill by the Mavericks. Back now over to Barone. A.J. Barone says, let's settle it down, boys. And he'll get it over to Ryan Smith. I'll work it now. Behind the net, far side to the right. Babnick, he's been hot today, folks. Looks around. He's holding on to it. Sharp angle pass, the shot, kick, save, and a beauty. Kaiser on the doorstep, left side, denies Barone. And bringing it up now is Liam Linden. Linden circles back. He'll give it over to Cody Coleman. Brady Kustra now. Feed it over to Ethan Brown. Short pass over now to Curtis Dennison. Swing it outside to Seaside. Back to Dennison. Loading it up here. Has a good look. Fires and scores on the top right shelf inside the crossbar. Oh, a heat seeker that time. And just like that, the Redhawks have whittled the deficit once again to 1 goal. It's 8-7 Mercy. So the pressure mounts here. Resnick and Marrero on the draw here. On the ground, Marrero wins it cleanly. He'll get a quick short pass ahead. Look out now. A seam in the defense, but they push off Ryan Brown.
Roberts was in goal, scorer number 23, Curtis Dennison.
Feed pass there to Ethan Brown and gets it over there to Curtis Dennison. Here is Seaside with it now. Swings it back out to Dennison. Dennison, quick pass out there. Seaside. Over to Ethan Brown. Trying to curl up. Can't get the shot off, though. Being watched closely by Stevenson. Swing it back out to Chase Wilson into the neutral zone to Seaside. And they'll work it on the left side now. Ryan Brown, here's a shot, they score and tie it up. Curtis Dennison from Ryan Brown, and oh boy, 10:25 to go, and we are knotted up at 8. Wow, and many did not figure this perhaps to be what the case was, but the Redhawks show, boy, you know, rivalry games, anything is possible. And the Redhawks have made some serious adjustments. And the Mavs are looking for answers now. Draw control coming, possession Mercy. Oh, and Summit looks like he's the worse for wear there after that exchange. So Smith feeds it over to Duchnowski now. Back to Smith. 5 of the 6 goals here in the second half, all scored by Roberts Wesleyan. So this has been a certain momentum shift. Let's see how the Mavs respond now. Smith behind the net, very aggressively checked there by Jet Richardson. Here's Ducknowski. Back now over to Bergerson. Bergerson lost the defender momentarily. Swings it back out now to Osorio. Behind the net, Babnick now with it. Babnick looking around. Is he going to try one of his wraparound attempts? Takes a shot. Oh, and a beauty save there by Kaiser. Wow, that was a tough shot there. Kaiser fought it off, though, and made a big save. Ground ball, look out. And the Mavs pick it up. Big miscue there. Bergerson is taken down. Another big hit there laid on, looked like Richardson. Corbo stood his ground. I think it's going to be possession mercy here. 9:05 to go. There was a flag on the backside of the field there. Oh, boy, back of the head hit there by Brady Alexander. 1 minute man advantage situation, a huge swing here. The Mavs will get a man-up situation and trying to reclaim the lead here. 9:05 to go in regulation, tied at 8. Ducknowski to Barone. Right side, they'll work it. Back behind the net to Smith now. Smith, alley-oop pass, the one-timer, they score on the right side, and I believe it was Aiden Babnick. That's number 4 on the day for him. Aiden Babnick on the one-timer feed from Ryan Smith. And the Mavericks reclaim the lead. It's 9-8. You watch Babnick right here set up beautifully. Bang, puts it home. Key draw here. Oh, Marrero is stepping out here. So he's going to get a breather. Summit now against 25 against 25. Vitali here against Summit. And Mavs thought they had it, but Summit is slow to get up. Boy, he is noticeably not putting pressure on that left leg. Mavs take control here. $8:50 to go in regulation. Mavs up 9-8. Bergerson back over to Ducknowski. Over to Smith. Smith cuts in, fakes the pass, look out. Back inside now to Ducknowski. Ducknowski trying to load it up here. Look out, drop pass over to Smith. Finds some room, takes a shot. That was blocked. I thought that went wide. And a clearing attempt made there. Nice defensive play by Dennison. Here's the one-timer. Beautiful save by Dorfman. Oh, a kick save and a beauty. Put a star next to that one. Look out, Hunsberger now. Feeds it over, one-timer, Osorio. They score! Jimmy Osorio puts it home on the right side. How many times do you see that? A beautiful save on one side. Dorfman makes a beautiful kick save, and then they start the transitional offense. Osorio, who's been held in check for large parts of this game, comes up with a big strike there, and the Mavericks have a 10-8 lead.
Mercy goal, score number 7, Jimmy Osorio, assistant number 18, Aiden Babnick. Mercy's 10-8.
Aiden Babnick having himself a heavy-duty day here. Picks up the assist on that one. Summit on the draw there. They're going to award possession to the Redhawks here. It's Ryan Brown. Brings it over now. Boy, you wanted drama. You wanted intensity. You tuned into the right place. On paper, you would think that the Redhawks were heavy underdogs, but they have been more than ready for the matchup here today, and we have a good one here in the last half of regulation. Under 7.5 to go. Here's Coleman. Coleman on the right side, swings it over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman curls in right side down the lane. That shot was blocked on the turf. Who's going to get it? Corbo in pursuit. Somebody tripped from behind. They're going to let it go. Jake Norton comes up with it. Jake Norton head of steam now. And the Roberts Wesleyan fans not exactly delighted for the non-call there. Here is Barone with it now. Quick pass over. Osorio, top shelf, puts it in. Jimmy Osorio roofs it on the feed from Barone. And boy, how about the defensive work on the other side by Jake Norton and Michael Corbo to force that turnover. And you watch it here. Barone comes in, gives it to Osorio. Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. And he puts it home. A massive strike there for the Mavs. And it's now 11-8. Resnick and Marrero on the draw here.
Mercy goal, scoring number 7, Jimmy Osorio.
Massive crowd here at Mercy Field. And why not? 70 degrees, breezy. Not a cloud in the sky. Heavyweight lacrosse game. And look out, boy, I'll tell you, Marrero, he was contacted trying to get that pass off. He's lucky one of his players came up with it. Boy, Stevenson, this young man forced the turnover there. He stood up. Brown on that one. And here the Mavs go to the races. Barone, drop pass, back to Barone, fires and puts it wide. That is all predicated by the hard-nosed work by Stevenson, forcing that turnover in the neutral zone. When you hear those names a lot, Norton, Corbo, Stevenson, Filicamo, Fitzgerald. These are the anchors of the defense there for the Mavs. And let's see now as Jet Richardson will swing it across, and 6 minutes to go for Roberts Wesleyan. They need 3 to tie here. Dennison with it now, flips it behind the net there to Prine. Ryan Prine comes over now. They'll swing it to Wilson. Back there to Seaside. 5.5 to go now. Seaside loading it up on the left angle. Back outside there to Ethan Brown. Back to Seaside. Seaside. Pushed off. They'll go to that right side now. Look out. Curling shot goes wide to the right post by Chase Wilson. They go to Dennison now. Swings it up high. Here comes Ethan Brown. Gets absolutely hammered. Penalty coming up here. Still with it. Loose ball. Who's going to get it? Barone. Shot clock violation. Not going to matter. Penalty coming there. I think that was a check to the head, but we'll see what they call. Still waiting for the official call. Holding call, Owen Stevenson there. Man up situation. Heavy duty spot here for the Red Hawks. Trailing by 3 with under 5 minutes to go. Their season lays in the balance. They need to get a tally here while they have a man up. Had a good look and rotation with it, but not a lot of time on the man up situation. So they're going to have to make it count. They fake the shot here. Look out. Here's a shot, kick, save, and a beauty by Dorfman. And on the ground, boy, I'll tell you, Filicamo made a big hit there and took quite a few licks. Higginson comes up with it. Filicamo growing up before our eyes here. This guy down the stretch has made some big-time money plays. And he gets it now as Higginson, gives it to Barone. Barone has a look, sets up Osorio, got handcuffed on the pass, though, was not expecting it. Still, time chewing up here. And how about Ryan Smith getting in there? Talk about a big possession keeper there, Ryan Smith, with the unsung hero play on that one. Swings it across now on the right side. Look out, too much room. They set it up in front and a nice save. Oh, Kaiser on the doorstep. Denied, I believe, Hunsberger on that one. That's a big-time save right there. 3.5 coming up to go. 11-8. You hear the Redhawks say, let's go, let's go. They know time is of the essence. Skelly with it now. Boy, they are still playing this. The very methodical look. Dennison charging it up now on that left side. Fakes the shot, makes the big circle around. They work it left. Back to Dennison now. Dennison pushed off the mark, takes a shot, and just couldn't get a good look. Kyle Fryer with a nice defensive play, forcing Dennison to a shot maybe he didn't want to take. So Fryer comes out to meet the ball handler, Ryan Brown. Makes a cut on the inside, under 3 minutes to go. 11-8, Mercy leads it. Switches it back over now to Brown. Ethan Brown trying to find some room. Spin move, takes a shot. That was blocked on the ground. Who's going to get it? Still a fight for it here. Nobody knows where it is. Still a fight for it. And a shot clock violation. Heavy-duty defensive work there by the Mavericks. They make a mighty stand. Ground ball there, errant pass. Somehow Stevenson dislodges it away there. Here's Osorio with it now. Circles around. Might have had a timeout called. There was. 2:14 to go. Owen Stevenson making a big play there to force the turnover. And with 2:14 to go, Mavericks with possession and an 11-8 lead. We'll be back here on the ECC Network. And welcome back to Mercy Field. Here's the situation. Mavericks up 11-8 with possession, 2:14 remaining in regulation. Round one of the ECC Men's Lacrosse Championship Tournament. Mike McGinnis on the call here live from Mercy Field, Dobbs Ferry, New York. Thanks for joining us. Bergerson with it now. 60 seconds on the possession clock. He is being watched by Keynes. Boy, tomahawk shot there by Keynes. He's lucky he didn't get penalized on that one. As they swing it back out to the right side there to Babnick, who's been a big-time factor in this one, as has that man who just held the ball, Owen Stevenson, as has Jake Norton. Thought they have been very strong on the back end in this one. Look out, Stevenson. They're going to try to set him up for a goal, I thought. But he'll say no. We'll go back behind the net. Under a minute and a half to go. They're going to try to run this clock out, I would think. Maybe one more tally in them. They're looking at the clock. Hunsberger. And they'll swing it back out here. Maybe they'll just run the clock out. They will. Didn't even take a shot. 1:04 to go. Mavs can see the end in sight here. The women's team and the men's team can see potential hosting of the finals dually here on Saturday against opponents to be determined. Under a minute to go for the Redhawks. Faking the shot. Coming inside now is Zimmerman. He'll curl it around the left. Whistle, might have been a timeout called. Timeout Redhawks, 40.2 seconds to go. We'll step aside. Mavericks lead at 11-8 over Roberts Wesleyan. We'll be back here on the ECC Network. And welcome back here. As 40.2 left in regulation, Mercy with an 11-8 lead here over Roberts Wesleyan. Roberts Wesleyan with possession. Their season hangs in the balance. Mavs responded after the Redhawks tied it at 8 with some staunch defense and some big-time goals. Osorio in the middle of that mix as well. And time waning here. Ground ball, errant pass on the turf. Oh, another big hit, Barone. Possession, Redhawks. Here we go. Under 10 seconds to go here. And it was a very spirited effort by the Redhawks, but they're going to fall a little short. Nice save by Dortmund, and the Mavericks will host a championship game against an opponent to be determined here on Saturday afternoon. Both the men's and women's teams advance to a championship final showdown here on Saturday. A hard-fought 11-8 win by the Mavs. Well defended, timely goalkeeping, and even more timely goal scoring are the recipe for success here today. Aiden Babnick, a big day for the Mavs, and he was really helped out by his defense as well. Stevenson and Corbo, Norton all in the mix along with Filacamo. And when it's all said and done, the Mavericks advance with an 11-8 win over the Redhawks. We'll see you championship year Saturday. Have a good one, everybody.